Hello?
Good evening to you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Doing great. You know what I'm doing tonight? I'm winging it. This is going to be great. This is awesome. Did you have a good week?
It was a fine week. Tiring, but a fine week
Well,
nonetheless.
good. Good. Well, I am glad to have you back. They don't realize that we actually took a week off because this is going to be seamless to them.
Right, that's the miracle of
That is
technology.
right. And welcome to anybody watching this after the fact. We are glad to have you here. And tonight we're going to
Well, no one really watches this during the fact.
That's true.
So
That's true.
they technically could watch, but then they would never hear any of this witty repartee.
Well,
So.
and then if we pulled the curtain back, they would just be like, wow, these guys really are unprepared schmoes. Schmoes is what we are. Speaking of which, we're coming up on 2 years of this little project. I just looked at our first recording for Acragus, and that was in May 2 years ago. So we need to think of something special to do for our big 2 year spectacular anniversary.
We could replay that.
Actually, that's not a
Now
bad
we know what
idea.
we're
That's
doing.
right. And I do want to point out that we missed a couple of things when we did our back-to-back recordings of the two previous episodes, specifically about those heavy cataphract cavalry, where we were forgetting to ignore that first sword, and that was problematic. It didn't really sway things, but there were a couple of individual little battles where that may have been a factor. But thank you for pointing that out. That is exactly what we are hoping you will do in the little section down there right below this video. So keep on keeping on. Keep us honest. One of the Duke boys said, you know, you guys have been playing this so much, you'd think you'd be error-free. And I said, no, that'll never happen. We know our...
No.
No. Anyway, let's talk about tonight. We're going to jump in the DeLorean there, Marty. And we are traveling through time yet again. This time we're moving forward. So where we left off, we finished up all of that trouble there in Anatolia with the Parthians and the Second Triumvirate. Of course, the next 80 years, there's just going to be a thing or two happening in Rome. It's going to transition from what we like to call the Roman Republic to the Roman Empire and all of the big timpani drums that go with that. That is where we lay our stage tonight. We're actually going to revisit some places and characters that we have worked with before, so this is going to be kind of familiar to some of you. We are going all the way up into the rule of Emperor Claudius in 43 AD here. I'm not going to give you all the political background, but there have been a series starting with Octavian becoming Caesar Augustus, and we will have a slew of at least 3 or 4, I think, emperors between them and here. Once again, Rome is troubled by those wild men of the north. Actually, I think the very last scenario that we dealt with Britain was Kefin Carned, and that's nice because that was at the end of the second expansion, Rome versus the Barbarians. One of the principles in there is going to be part of our story tonight. So let me see if I can wrap all of this in. One of the problems with this scenario and this story and this battle as a whole is summed up in one word: scant. And that makes schmoes like me have a hard time trying to get information that will bring this all together. But I'm going to do the very level best that I can.
I'm sure your best will be good enough.
And that's what I strive for. Just good enough. We are along the river Medway tonight. That brings us to our first problem. We aren't really sure if this battle actually took place along the Medway. There is some historical and geographic conjecture about which river this truly was. So we're just going to use this as a historical placeholder, a geographic placeholder for this. And the river Medway here is in southeastern England, near Kent. So if you're picturing, I'm pulling up a map now, southeast of London along the Thames estuary. This is sort of where Dover is, and it's the jumping off point that Rome had used for staging all of their inland campaigns. They would arrive from northern Europe here at Dover, and then they would move inward. And they'd been doing this since Julius Caesar made his first campaigns into Britain. Well, Claudius is entangled with the problems of the Britons, and that is summed up in one tribal word of Catuvellauni. We've talked about them before. They were the dominant tribe. And we see here on the board tonight the two brothers, Togodumnus And the more famous brother we remember is Caratacus. Now, when we did the Kephen-Carned battle in 51 AD, that's still 8 years away, but that will be the final battle of Caratacus before he's captured and taken back to Rome and shown off as the wild barbarian king. But this is kind of when he is at his peak. He has amassed all of the Catuvellauni from this large sweeping arc of southern England and southern Britain. The Romans are actually fighting them over in the western provinces of Britain, and here, this is where we're going to lay our story tonight. Claudius has tasked a gentleman named Aulus Plautius, and again, we don't know much about him, but he is the overall general who is leading this force to help restore one of the other tribal leaders that had sought protection from Rome. They had been booted out by the Catuvellauni. What they've been sent to do is to kind of restore that king. That king is Atrebates. We're not going to go into his story, but he is the rightful claim to this area in England. And the Catuvellauni have forced him out, and so they're using this as an excuse to come back in. Now, under him, we see the other two generals here. We have Vespasian and Geta. They are the actual field generals that will be involved with the battle tonight. Again, historical notes on this are not very helpful. The big points of this are this area over here on the right, where we have all of these auxilia. These are, in fact, what are described historically as Celts. And as the battle opened up, all of the barbarians had amassed on the northern side of the river. And the Romans had brought 2 legions. They had Legion 2, Augustus, which is here under Geta, and then another legion here with Vespasian. And this is actually stretched out over 2 days. On the first day, the river itself is wide and deep, so it was not fordable. And so the first act of this play is that these Celts were actually sent forward to engage the barbarian chariots here with Caratacus. And they spend the bulk of that day crossing the river, much to the surprise of Caratacus, doing an effective job of tying him up, because that limited the mobility of these battle chariots. Meanwhile, the Romans are trying to send Legion 2 across the river, and they've built a pontoon bridge, which is actually here under this medium infantry unit. And they will spend the bulk of the day attempting to move across and come forward to attack the center of the line here. And this is going to go back and forth. After a while, Caratacus is able to disentangle himself from the Celts and realize that the real battle is over here on the left flank of the Romans. As the afternoon progresses and is getting towards evening, they swing around and try to prevent more of the legions from crossing the river at the pontoon bridge. This marks one of the unusual factors for ancient warfare is, we've seen this in a couple scenarios, but most of the time these are all resolved in a day. But what happened here is there was no clear winner on the first day, so the barbarians went back to their camps to the north, and the Romans gathered again by the river. And on the second day, a much more concerted effort by these units here, on the center and on the right flank of the Britons, actually took the offensive and went towards driving the Romans back into the river. They were doing a very good job about that because Vespasian had to fall back. And it was only by the second wave of the legions coming through with Geta here that they managed to force their way across and drive back the Britons. And once, it actually was a precarious spot for Geta, because once he got forward far enough, he found that he was overexposed, and there was a very good chance that he was going to be flanked and killed. But they managed to reconstitute and drive off the Britons completely. And it was an overwhelming success for the Romans with this second effort. Geta will actually, even though he's not a consul, when he gets back to Rome, he will be given a triumph, which is just unheard of for a general. But because he was key to this victory against the Britons, then he will be given that honorarium. Caratacus will regroup. They will actually take all of their army and move north towards the Thames River and rally on the north side of the river, getting the protection of that wide body. What this proved was, because the information was not recorded, historically there's not information, because it was a 2-day affair, they say that this is indicative that this was actually a major, major Roman victory, and therefore the amount of casualties on the Briton side had to be substantial, much bloodier than we would ever have any recorded information about. So this is a stout Roman victory, and the Britons will live to fight another day. Obviously, we will see Caratacus continue his reign for at least another 8 years. But that is where we will leave it here tonight, and I will let you tell us a little bit about the War Council.
So we've got some unique rules and a new tile tonight. First of all, for the Romans, the Julian Legion rules is in effect. So that will really come into play over there on the left flank with the medium and heavy infantry. To determine who will move first, both players will roll dice equal to their command. The player that rolls the most leader symbols will move first. So the Britons have 4 command, the Romans have 6. And of course, we are playing to 6 banners tonight. The river is only fordable by light foot units. So heavies and mediums have to cross at the bridge, the pontoon bridge, and the standard bridge rules will apply for that. The bridge rules are as follows. There are no movement restrictions moving over a bridge hex. A unit may battle on a turn it enters a bridge hex. A unit on a bridge hex battling out will roll a maximum of 2 dice in close combat or 1 die in ranged combat. A unit on a bridge may still make a momentum advance after a successful close combat. A foot unit defending on a bridge hex may ignore 1 flag rolled against it. When battling an enemy unit on a bridge hex, a maximum of 2 dice are rolled in close combat. Ranged combat is unaffected. So you can shoot someone on a bridge hex with all of your dice, but you can only bring 2 dice to bear on the bridge. And of course, command cards that add dice to combat will modify the number of maximum dice just as they do on hills. And of course, the bridge hex does not block line of sight. So with that, I guess we need to break out some dice and see who goes first.
And I have to say, I love this idea with the die rolling and leaving it to chance, because this is just such a simple little thing to add a little bit of flavor to it. But that's incredible, because no 2 scenarios of this, as we'll see tonight, will probably play out exactly the same, or at least start the same. So I will let you...
I guess we should roll first before we determine who draws their cards.
Yeah,
first.
Why don't you do that?
Here are my 6 dice.
I have
1 leader symbol.
Here are my 4 dice. I have 1 leader, so we roll again.
All right.
Uh-oh.
2 leader symbols.
And... ooh, 1 leader symbol. Okay, Romans first.
All right. I have my 6 cards.
I have my 4.
All right. Well, then let me take this opportunity to wish you good luck.
Why, thank you, sir, and good luck to you.
Let's see here. Ooh. I'm going to coordinate an attack. Those 3 units. With this middle one on the line being my center unit. So first off, let's send some arrows Caratacus's way. 2 dice against his barbarian chariots. Nothing. He will move up. And there's our bridge.
It's a nice bridge. There's a troll underneath it.
It's a pontoon bridge, so he doesn't have a whole lot of room if there is.
He's very thin.
Yes, he is.
I'm revisiting my light barbarian chariot rules. They move 3. I
was going to say, we probably should have reviewed them as well.
I've got them up here. May close combat. They attack with 3 when they're at full strength. Otherwise, they will roll 2 dice. They can ignore a sword hit, and they can be supported, and they may evade. That's good. Okay, let's see what we're going to do here. Let's do 2 on the right. Let's get these guys moving down here. Go 1 and 1, 2. All right.
Activate 2 in the center. They will throw. Aha! Oh, yours.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. I'm going to activate the heavy troops I do not have. So it will be 1 unit of my choice. I think.
I'll trade cards with you.
I think we're going to do him, and he'll go 1, 2 to there. And he will attack that medium with 3 dice. Getting a hit and a retreat. And they may advance and battle again, so we'll do that. 3 dice again. And nothing.
Right. 4 dice back.
Wow.
Ooh.
That is very nice.
Rolled. That's
That's some good leadership there in the middle. All right, this battle.
good job, Centurion.
Hail Caesar! All right.
Okay, leadership any section. Right. You have a spear. And you have a spear. And you have a spear.
Oh no! All right. Let's do a mounted charge.
Oh. My word. Hold. Hold.
All right. We'll start down here. We will get 4 dice on that. What would they like to do?
4 dice. Well, hold.
Hey, we're just saying, hold! Alright, let's drive them into the river. 4 dice. Yes!
Ooh. Gee.
Okay. We will advance. And we may battle again. So we will attack this unit. Okay. They've learned their lesson this time. 4 dice, green circles only. Hurrah! Start with the outside there. So we get 4 dice plus leader bonus against the Auxilia. 2 hits.
3 dice back. 1 hit and a retreat.
Yes.
You get to ignore that sword.
2, 1, 2. Alright. Let's see if they can't finish. 4 dice plus leader. Alright, they will advance in and attack this one with 4 dice plus leader. 3 hits. And 1 hit. Oh, I get to ignore the sword, right? Gotta get used to that. Okay, and then this battle chariot, 4 dice against them as well. Hurrah! Come in, battle again. This time with leader bonus. Wipe out! Alright.
My auxilia.
Those Celts, they want to be in the river, they can go back in the river.
Hmm. These are my light foot units to move, fire, and move. They will move. They will move. So 1 die. Flag.
I will take it.
You might. Another arrow. Nothing. These guys no longer have a shot. And for the second move, I think we're good. And we'll do this. Okay.
Do 2 on the right. This one will get a shot. He will throw a spear. Hurrah!
Their Julian extra move. And over here, cross the river, fly with the arrows. No avail. Vespian will attack that auxiliary with 5 dice,
Wow. They
crushing 3 of them,
escape.
sending them to flight. The leader, you exercise a bit of prudence and not get within charge range. Those bloodthirsty warriors.
Outflanked. Battle chariots will come after those light bow. Very nice. They will stand 3 dice this time, plus leader. Hitting them once and forcing 1 retreat. Come in here and battle again. 3 dice plus leader. 1 hit.
3 dice back. A hit.
Okay. And then Caratacus.
Destroying their effectiveness a bit.
Yes. Caratacus will attack the same Auxilia with 3 dice plus leader. Nothing.
Another hit.
Hit.
Now Caratacus's effectiveness has been...
And our first leader check. Oh, and we both forgot our leader checks.
Yeah,
right.
So you go ahead and roll yours first for Centurion.
Okay. Yeah, he's fine.
Ooh. All right, and for Caratacus.
Okay. And I will take that retreat. And this one got to move 1 space. Oh, they both can throw. So actually, let's do this one first. And he'll throw 1 spear at your mediums. Yes. And then this one will also same target 1 spear. Nothing. Gee, I wonder which line you're going to move.
Yes. It is a conundrum. Throwing a spear. Throw another spear. They can throw a spear.
Ow.
Everyone's throwing spears. Okay.
You're not quite sure what the barbarian word is, but you definitely hear something like hold and loose. Pulled them into our trap. Alright. Start down here with 2 dice. Getting a retreat. And here, 2 dice. Nothing. And second volley. Nothing. This one will loose on your Auxilia. 2 dice. Nothing. And once again, 2 dice. Retreat if you wish.
I'll ignore it.
Okay.
I shall ignore it.
All right.
Will I? Yeah.
Under a withering hail, they decide to be prudent. So we'll go after these guys with 2 dice. Nothing. I'm just chasing the target now. 2 more. And still nothing. Okay. 1 retreat out of all that. Terrible.
Double time. Attacking my Auxilia with 4 dice.
Gone.
He knows Barbarian with 5 dice.
3 hits. And we will return with 4 dice plus leader against Vespasian. Getting 2 hits. Here is the leader check. He's fine.
4 dice against those same warriors. And 4 dice against those lights.
They will evade.
That's what they like to
They'll
do.
evade.
Okay. Well evaded.
1 on the way out. activate some wildlings now. Okay. We'll attack Vespasian here with 4 dice plus leader bonus. Nothing?
5 dice back.
2 hits.
2 and a retreat.
We can ignore that retreat because we were at full strength. Okay. 4 dice from Togodumnus. Same target. 2 hits. Here's a leader check for Vespasian. 1 die. He's fine. He will advance and battle again against this target here. 4 dice plus leader. 3 hits. Just 1.
1 hit back.
Okay.
But an all-important leader check. He's
And then these wild men, see if they can't finish. 4 dice plus leader. Oh, no, sorry, just 4 dice.
Just 4 dice.
Just 4 dice. And they do. We'll advance and battle again. Now with leader, 4 dice. 2 hits.
Four dice back.
Just 1.
A hit.
All right. That's
Clash of
very
Shields.
nice.
Right. So obviously it's just those 2 units. 6 dice. Oh, nothing.
Here is.
Oh well, I wasted my life.
Here's 3 back, and that'll do. That was.
Well, that stinks.
Yeah, that was. Man.
Okay, so I start over here. 6 dice.
Yeah, you would have gotten 2.
So would have done it. Well, what a shame.
Clash of Shields, man. That's, I mean, with 7 dice. Oh, it was 6 on both, right? It seemed to play out kind of historical. The battle chariots took advantage of the well sought after.
I just chalk it up to you and your stupid flag rolling.
That's right. That's what I do. Attack those soft wings and send them packing.
I do it. I get nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
You gotta say it like Britons now. It's nothing. We will be right back with round number 2. We are back with round number 2. I wonder how many plays of this from different people, and those of you who have played this, feel free to chime in, of course, and opine. How many games were determined by that first player determination? Because that obviously did not seem. I mean, it is definitely a shot in the arm if the Romans get to go first, but it did not seem to balance this one out in any particular way. It may yet. We'll see if that happens again with the second one, but with 6 dice versus 4, it seems statistically probable.
I just didn't have any cards to get that left really moving. That was my problem.
Right. You seemed pretty adventurous about it. You know, you were getting up there, and I was trying to set up that whole. I had Dark in the Skies for the longest time, and I was just trying to keep those auxilia there, but you kept engaging. And then when they did get their big moment, they blew it. So, Dark in the Skies, boo! All right, let us roll off here. I'm going to roll 6 dice now for the Romans. There we go. 2 leaders.
I will roll 4 dice for the Britons. No leaders.
So Romans again. All right, I will draw my 6 cards.
4 cards for me.
Yes, that is correct. Allow me to now wish you good luck, sir. And
Thank you.
Try to
Good
figure
luck
out
to you as well.
what it is that I wish to do. I suppose we'll do this. We will order our light troops.
Light troops.
So we shall do this. 1 to there, and I think we'll do that. So we'll start with a spear at your battle chariot there on the end. 1 die. You can, of course, ignore that. We will loose 2 arrow volleys at Caratacus himself, getting nothing. Then we will come down to this end. 2 dice at your battle chariot there. Same exact roll. And those auxilia will throw 1 spear, getting a hit. And these will throw at Caratacus as well. 1 die. Getting nothing. That is all.
I'll order some light troops of my own. Okay. 3 dice on that auxilia with leader support. 1 leader hit. Ignore the sword. Caratacus. Follow through. Score 2 hits. And take a hit for his troubles. Will his own chariot fall? No. This chariot will follow up and try and wipe out that auxilia. And does so. Foolish to go after auxilia, but alright, 3 dice on that auxilia. Oh. Pretty sneaky, sis. 1 hit.
You get to ignore that sword. You said...
Oh, I do.
Damn. You said pretty sneaky, sis, and I said, oh, let's see if we can connect 3. Oh, well. That humor is now lost to the ages. But yes, you get to ignore that sword.
Alright. 3 dice with leader support.
Hurrah.
The exact same roll.
No streaks! Probable, I guess.
Alright. Not quite the, Oh, wait.
Oh, right.
I have this one.
What
would they like to do?
I also need to draw mine, so let me draw my... There we go. And they will evade.
Alright, 3 dice.
Good hit.
Okay. Now I'm done.
Do outflanked. I'll do those. All right. Attempt this one first with 3 dice plus leader bonus. Forcing a double retreat. They will advance. Go after Caratacus. What would they like to do? Okay.
You roll too many flags.
3 dice. Green circles only. Nothing. These auxilia now, we'll just throw one spear at them. Getting a hit. And that is all.
Outflanked.
Ooh, pretty sneaky, sis.
Uh-huh. All right.
Oh no, my poor
4
Celts.
dice against that auxilia.
No.
Only one.
Only one. Look at that. All right. 3 back with leader. They get a hit.
All right. 4 more dice. Hit and a retreat.
Okay, well, that's good for you. Nope, you can press on. You can advance and battle again.
I could advance and battle again. No.
Okay.
I don't think so. It feels like a trap.
Come on. Do 4 in the center. It's 4 dice plus leader. Nothing. Well, look at that.
2 dice back. Hit.
Right. Can the bowmen draw a bead on them? 2 dice. They can. And Vespasian will throw 1 spear at those wild men. Let's see if I can get a triangle. No. That is all.
Those units. Those warriors will go against Vespasian with leader support. Two hits.
2 hits. Okay.
A leader check. Save his houses.
That sounds like something a Briton would say.
Right.
Right, we'll battle back with 5 dice plus leader. And we get a hit.
All right. Togodumnus. Is that how you say that?
That is right.
4 dice. 1 hit.
Ooh. He lives. Golden is
Does he?
alive. Yes. 5 dice back. Yes, 5 back with leader. Togodumnus. Do I hit you? I do not.
All right. And Auxilia, 3 dice. Getting 2 hits.
Bloody. 4 back with leader. 2 hits. We'll do 2 in the center.
All you need.
All right. This order of operations is very tricky. 5 dice plus leader. Yes. With vengeance. 1 die for Togodumnus. He's fine. They will advance. Let's see if we can't get these guys too. 5 dice plus leader. Just about. It's 4 hexes for retreat.
Do they retreat too?
I believe they do. Yep. Okay. And then the mediums against yours, 4 dice. Retreat right where you want them. There you go. All right.
Four dice with leader.
Oh yeah.
Bastian. He lives. Too costly.
All right. We'll do 2 in the center. Okay. 2 dice at your battle chariot. Nothing.
Before he gets away. Three dice against those mediums. Attacking those lights.
They will evade.
Okay. 3 dice against them. Attacking those bowmen.
They will evade.
3 dice against them.
Do 3 in the center. Alright. We do some firing action here. Actually, we'll start with the guys that just came across the bridge. 1 die. Nothing. These guys. 1 die. Nothing. And then finally, 2 dice. Hurrah!
Four on the left. Those 4. Right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, we'll do that. Going out against that auxiliary with 3 dice.
Just enough.
Going against that auxiliary with 3 dice.
Two hits and a retreat.
Going against that auxiliary with 3 dice. And now leader support.
Hit. Retreat.
They will advance and battle again with 3 dice into the river. So that means they're capped at 2.
Yep.
2 dice.
That's right. Ah, look at that. Taking the lead.
All right. Warriors attacking with 3 dice. Okay. Oh, leader check. Yes. He's fine.
Okay, 3 back.
No one can kill a centurion.
3 back with
He's
leader.
invincible.
Indeed. 4 hexes and a hit.
Oh dear. All right. 4 dice with leader support.
Say what again? Ooh, you won.
Yes.
Look at you.
That was too close for comfort.
Little shaver. Let's see if you killed. You didn't.
Centurion never dies.
Brr, into the river. Gotta bathe himself. Well done, sir. That was a great comeback. See this? It's that use of the battle chariots, man. When you kick into equestrian mode, and when you had that order mounted, I was like, ah, crap. At least it's not a mounted charge, but it's half as bad. And you just whipped down there with those guys. That was a great counterattack. Good job.
Thanks.
So, what do we think on this one?
This one was fun on both sides. I don't know. Okay, yes, there's a chance the Britons might steal the first turn, but pretty much the Romans are going to go first.
I think so, yeah.
We both were stymied on the left-hand side of getting those big, heavy, chunky units in the fight, though.
It wasn't so much I was stymied, it's just that the battle was on the right. I mean, that's where we immediately had contact. And the Auxilia, my Celts over there, were doing surprisingly well, so I wanted to press it. And then when I brought Vespasian up, that's when, you know, you countered with getting the warriors on that side in, and you took them down.
Yeah.
So before I could close the door, you had...
played that. You played the 2, activate the 2, and it's like, oh man, come on! I so wanted the Clash of Shields, those dudes.
Yeah, yeah. But I had a variety of things, but it was definitely very center heavy on my cards. So I was going to press the center as long as I could. I just got an I am Spartacus, and then I have just a dearth of line commands, and you know, it was starting to move over to the left. So I was trying to figure out, okay, do I need to bring Gaeta in? But I knew that we were just with that order mounted and that counterattack on your left. I could not hold out that long. So that was really, really good.
That's why I try to get all those guys out on the other side of the river.
Oh yeah, yeah. The Auxilia, like I said, they were holding out. If I could have gotten one more, I was gonna try the I am Spartacus, but that's always casting your fate to the gods. But I had the line command, and I had those Auxilia and the light bow all in a line to do something. I did have that, and I opted to go for the shooting at your battle chariot rather than using that. If I had used that,
I was surprised that this guy down here did not go after the chariot. So, but I guess I could. The thinking was I was going to evade.
So if you do an alt click on that, it'll make that little thing go. There you go.
Look at that.
Yeah, and you could do it like in rapid succession there, like that. See.
Regardless, I thought you were going to take this guy.
Yeah.
When the chariot was here.
Well, see, I thought about it, but then you would just evade. So, 4 dice.
Yeah, but still, 4 dice, on a 3 health unit.
Yeah. But
never know.
But as it stood there.
Look at that. See?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah. Point.
You got that, and you got that, which would have taken that.
You're having fun with the new toy now.
Down to that.
So our final score tonight, I got 11 banners. I had 6 in the first one, 5 in this one, so I got 11. Peter had 3 in the first, and so it's 11-9. So on the whole, I take the series, but that was a fantastic comeback for the Britons to balance it out with the.
And the Britons won both battles.
They did. So yeah, I really like that variable starting with the dice. Obviously, if we both had 5 dice or 4 dice, then that would be considerably more intriguing. But still, the first one was a tie, and then we had to roll it again. But I really like this one. It's not quite meat and potatoes, but it is a very bloody affair, especially if you get those battle chariots moving. I was hoping to start picking off one or two of them. I did. I got 2 of them early, but there's still more of them than you can handle, especially with Caratacus attached to one of them. So it's hard to counter those when they get moving. And I was fortunate enough to get mounted charge with them. As you saw, I just drove them right into the auxilia there and tried to soften that flank. Yeah, good one. I really like it. Thumbs up. So I think next week we stay in Britain, and you're taking on the story of Boudica and her big revolt against the Romans. So we have some more Celtic story.
Sounds like war names I can't pronounce.
Ah, well, she's the great Boudica, the leader of the Celts. But we hope you've enjoyed this. Take a moment now and click that like and subscribe button. Click the notification bell so you can see when I drop these. So far, so good. I'm getting these out on Saturday morning as promised, 9 a.m. So check your feed. After you watch them, comment down there below. What would you do different? What did we get wrong? What did we miss? We love seeing and hearing all of your pointers and things that we should correct for the future. And now that we're back on regular schedule, as soon as we see it, we should be able to fix it for the next week. But I'm showing you our current supporters right now. Thank you to everyone who has kicked in a few shekels for us, and we really appreciate that. And if you want to, the link is down there below. But otherwise, great week again, and welcome back.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
It is good to play. So I will see you next week, sir.
Have a good week.
You too.